Hey, Joey Star here for Star Quality Kitchen. I think that the big names in cereal don't actually ever want us to eat healthy. For starters, it's not good for business. And second, it is both expensive and difficult for them to pull off. I know that this is true because every time one of the big shots puts out a sugar-free or keto-friendly cereal, it costs you a limb and it tastes like they hate you. Last year, I made the mistake of paying $8 for a box of Special K Zero that only came in cinnamon flavor, and it felt like and tasted like cardboard soaking in milk. And that's me being nice about it. Not enjoyable at all. Well, as some of the smaller companies have proven, you can make great tasting low carb cereal that, while still will cost you your pinky toe, at least it tastes good. So Kellogg's has decided to give it another shot with a new flavor, strawberry cream, and I'm here to review it in hopes that between the competition and all the complaints they received, that they might step up their game. Plus, that's what you pay me for, right? This new box is just a hint larger than the previous Special K Zero. And to be fair, even the smaller companies that are putting out really good keto-friendly cereal, their boxes are pretty small too. So this is about a standard. So the previous box was 7.7 ounces. This one is 8.1 ounces. So a smidge larger, it feels larger. Now I opened this up. This inner bag was like trying to break into Fort Knox. I mean, I was sitting there, I'm just like, but I didn't get it open. Maybe it's a little hunger weakness and I just had trouble with the bag. Now, the aroma coming off of this, got a nice strawberry flavor to it, of course. It's a nice aroma, maybe a bit artificial smelling, but it's a pleasant aroma. It reminds me a lot, if you ever had Strawberry Quick, it smells very much like that. And I mean that in the best possible way because I love Strawberry Quick, even though I haven't had it in years. Until we delve into our traditional taste test of the cereal, let me try some of it as is. I'll just take a couple of puffs here. First of all, let's get a bit of a close-up here. Just kind of these little puff things here. Basically the shape of like sugar pops, and they seem to be dusted with the strawberry flavoring. Let me go ahead and give it a taste. Decent crunch. While it doesn't quite have that cardboard texture that the cinnamon flavor does, it's still a little bit chewier than, say, a regular cereal. I mean, it definitely comes apart. One of my issues with the previous cereal is that when I was chewing it, it felt like it wasn't breaking down in your mouth. You know, you're sitting there like crunch, 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 and it was still, all it did was flatten, but it was breaking apart. This is actually breaking apart. So they obviously paid attention to the complaints because that is one of the things. It chewed really weird. And from a flavor perspective, I'm not going to say it's awesome, but it's a hell of a lot better than a cinnamon one was. And it's actually somewhat enjoyable. The strawberry flavor itself, similar to the aroma, definitely giving me a kind of a Strawberry Quick vibe. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Strawberry Quick, while it's not great for you, it's still pretty tasty. So let's go ahead and get to my bowl of cereal. I think I got a little carried away with the portions here. Now it's had a minute or so to soak. And let me see what that's like here. I'm just going to go ahead and just scoop some. All right. Leaps and bounds above the cinnamon Special K Zero. So Kellogg, I got to give you credit for at least listening to the complaints of your customers, because I know that it's more lucrative for us to go and buy your sugary cereals or your other quote unquote healthy cereals that are very high in carbs, Special K, for example, and some of your other stuff, still maintaining a crunch. I mean, they look a little faded, but which usually is a sign that the cereal's getting soggy, but it's not soggy at all. And I got a satisfying crunch going on. The flavor here, it's not really mixing in with the milk very well. It tastes like there's two different things going on. Instead of tasting like strawberry milk, it just tastes like milk with some strawberry flavor floating in it. And then I guess that's not necessarily bad, which was true of the other flavor, is that there's really not a lot of milk absorption going into the actual cereal. I suppose there is a little bit because it is softer than eating it direct from the box, but not by much. But when you bite into the cereal, you're getting that cereal. You're not getting milk inside that cereal. So it's really not being absorbed in there. And it's been a minute or so. The milk is starting to take up a bit of a pink color to it. So let me try some of that milk. So the strawberry flavoring is getting absorbed into the milk a little bit. It's a passive strawberry flavored milk. That's a positive thing. Let me go into another bite here. There's maybe a hint more absorption of the milk into the cereal than there was a minute ago. So I guess if you're going to eat this and you want that full cereal picking up the milk and making it part of its flavor, you might want to let it sit for like a minute or so, or at least keep mixing as you go, and it'll just kind of get better as you go. Now, from a flavor perspective, it's not a bad cereal. I mean, I can actually enjoy this. I can actually eat a bowl of this and look forward to eating another bowl later on. I cannot say that with the cinnamon one, and because my code of food ethics dictates that I don't waste food, when I had the cinnamon one, I ended up forcing myself to eat it a couple times, at which point I was glad that the box was only 7 ounces and change, because that means there was less of it I had to eat to kill it all. And I'm too good of a friend to have put anybody else through that by giving it away. So I was stuck with that. In this case, I don't feel stuck. I'll actually enjoy future bowls of this. In fact, let me go ahead and get another spoon because I am hungry. Definitely gets better as it goes. And I gotta say, whether it's intentional or a happy accident, the cereal is doing a good job of staying crunchy, even though it is now starting to bring in some of that milk. So I see that as a plus. Thanks for on Kellogg's. Good show. So that's your new Special K Zero strawberry cream flavored keto friendly cereal. I tried it very skeptical because of my experience with the original flavor cinnamon, and I gotta say that I am pleasantly surprised by how much better this cereal is compared to that cinnamon one. I wouldn't say that it's the best keto cereal that I've had, but it's also not the worst keto cereal I've had, which ironically is their other flavor. But it is better than a couple others that I have tried. At roughly $8 a box, I'm still going to be picky on when I spend money on this. But if there's nothing else, this would be the next one I would have for sure. How about you? Have you tried Special K Zero, either flavor? What did you think? Did you like that disgusting cardboard crap that they put out last year? Do you like it better than this one? I'd get that checked out if I were you, if you actually had that opinion about it. What do you think of this flavor? Personally, I think it's good. Your mileage may vary. And while you're there making comments down below, let me know if there's another keto-friendly cereal or some kind of limited edition or special cereal you want me to try out. Do you would like me to review? Drop that into the comments below or send me an email, because I'm always looking for new things to try, and this is your channel as well. Thanks so much for watching Star Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters. At least the milk is picking up that strawberry flavor, so when I get through the initial cereal, I think drinking the milk is going to be pretty good.